So for now we are printing this one. Okay, so the first thing to make sure is we are using this action is equal to URL and register. Okay, and the method must be post, and when you are using post we will use csrf underscore token. Okay, then all right, so the next comes is we need to we need to make this form good looking. So that's why what we will do is we will just go to this forms.py file here. Okay, so what should actually happen is, so if you if you give this a css class of the form control. Okay, so from form control is actually a class of the bootstrap. Okay, so if you give it, then it should be fine. Okay, so you see, as you can see, input type text class is form control. Okay, so this is actually the the previous one. So we are not using this one now, so we only want the class from it. Okay, so we can copy this class of form control and okay, what we will do is, we instead of this input, okay, instead of this input we will just say form dot first name. Okay, form dot first name is actually inside the form we have we have the first name field, last name field, so all that. So that's why, so if you refresh, so we have this first name field. Okay, so the same way we will use for now. We'll get rid of this, we don't want that. So this is first name, and in the last name remove this default input input field, and put form dot last name. Okay, so then you refresh, and yeah, form dot last name is also coming. The same way we will do it for I think we don't have gender, right? So we'll get rid of this one now. We have instead of this city we will use this phone number, I guess, or else we can use email address first. Email address, and then this form dot email, and this is not country, this is now phone number. Remove this select tag, and instead of that we'll just say what is this? We will never share your okay, no problem. We don't need this. Okay, so if you want this, then you can just cut and put it here. Okay, because we already have the email field here. So then this is phone number, and then this is create password and repeat password. Okay, so let me show you that. Let me confirm these are working properly. I think this looks odd, so I'll just delete this text. And for the create password and the repeat password, what we can do is we can just go to forms and we'll create a new new fields. So that is password is equal to forms dot char field and the widget is equal to forms dot password input, because this is a password field, so that's why. So we can in this let's say attributes, you know, if you want to add any kind of attributes, then you can add it here. Okay, maybe a css class or placeholders and all those stuff. Okay, so for now let's add you know, a placeholder colon which placeholder, enter password. Okay, so now if you okay, so before that we have to say form dot password. So now this will password. So now if you refresh, you will get the password okay, what happened? Okay, sorry, I put it here. Okay, not there, it is here. It should be the password, you know, create password, and then we'll make another field. So this is now the create password, and next go back here, copy and paste. Now this is confirm underscore password, enter. Okay, we'll say confirm password, and this variable will go to register.html here, form dot confirm password. Now refresh. All right, we now have all the fields. Okay, so the next step is to give a css class. Okay, so if you give css class to all of these fields, then you can say, you know, you can you'll be able to see the proper you know, bootstrap based fields. Okay, so now this is not looking good, so that's why what I'll do is I'll just go to the forms.py file here. So see, as I said before, with this placeholder, if you say you know, class and the class name, we want a form control class, right? So if you give it like this, then your field will be you know, will take a css of that particular class. Okay, so that it is now looking good, but in our case we will need the form control class for all the fields. Okay, so one way to do is we can just make the same way. We can say first name, then this then the same code. Okay, like this we can do, but if you do that, then it will be very long. Okay, till here. So I don't want that. So for this we only have 5 to 6 fields now, but that doesn't matter. Even if you put you know, even if you put like this 1 2 3 4. Okay, so sorry, 3 I mean 4 5 6. Okay, so this much code. So it is okay. Still it is actually not okay, but still it is only 6 fields, so that's why this is okay. So but what if you have like 20 fields? Then this will be like a full page, right? Full, more than a 2-3 pages. So instead of doing that, we will just give a css class to all of the fields. Okay, so it's just actually the matter of a modification to our class. Okay, so after this class, okay, so just come out of this meta class, and inside the main class we will say, here we will define a init method, Okay, so just to override the functionality of this this particular form, so it is self comma args comma aw args, okay, keyword arguments. Okay, so in here we will have to say super, okay, registration form comma self, then this init and args, and this pass these two arguments here. Okay, so now we can say for field in, or field in the in self dot fields, self dot fields of a field, or this field, and widget dot atrs, that is actually attributes. See, we use this attributes here the same way, widget dot attributes. So then the attribute name is class, and the attribute value will be form control. Okay, so this what it will do is it will just loop through all the fields we have, and it will assign the widget attribute class to all the fields, I mean all the all the fields. Okay, so this way if you refresh, you can see all the fields. Even if you add n number of fields, it will take the it will take the css class. Okay, so that's how it works. And you see, we don't have the placeholder for all these for all these fields, so let's do that as well. So in the super, before a for loop, let's say just copy this line. Okay, so self dot the field name will be first name. Okay, instead of that field, okay, we'll say field name first name. Okay, so widget dot attributes class, sorry, this time it is placeholder. Okay, for the first for the first name, let's say enter first name. How do you write the first name? Like this, right? Enter first. Okay, enter first name, and last name, enter last name, and for the phone number, let's say phone number, we'll say enter phone number. For the email, enter email address. What else? I think this is all. A refresh. Alright, so all the fields have the placeholders now. So the next thing is we need to click on this register button, then the registration should happen.